Hi, it's Nell, and today I'm with the String of Hearts, also known as Chain of Hearts, Rosary Vine. The botanic name is Ceropegia, woodii. And what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be putting it into a bigger pot. I'm going to be transplanting it, and I'm going to show you the special blend of mix that I use for this wonderful plant. Tropical storm Bud is on the way. We're going to get rain in like half an hour or so, so I'm going to do this fast because I want to get this project done. We are in a drought here in the Southwest. I'm in Tucson. We haven't had rain in 107 days, so it is drier than usual. We are all like happy, but it's probably going to bring some flooding. Oh well. Hopefully not too much, but onward with this project. A few months back, I did a video and post on 3 ways to propagate a Hoya. Actually, in the post, it was 4 ways to propagate a Hoya. And what this is I took the String of Hearts plant out of my hanging planter and I did some cuttings. This is the remnant of the cuttings. The cuttings did okay. I was traveling here and there, so they weren't as successful, but what was really successful is just cutting them all the way back and just planting the tubers in here, because String of Hearts grows from tubers, and this is what has grown from the tubers, and it's been about 2 months. So now that it's all growing in, and before it gets any more tangled, I want to get it into another pot. String of Hearts are not succulents, but they are a succulent-like plant because they store water, but they are related actually to Hoyas. So I'm going to use a similar mix that I would use for a Hoya, and that is some orchid bark, and I have some potting soil here. Now this is a local potting soil, which is a lot of cocoa fiber, as you can see. So I don't need to use any cocoa coir. I would normally use cocoa coir, but this has enough in it. And then I'm gonna put in some charcoal, just because I have it, and charcoal aerates things and it also sweetens them. It takes away any odor. So because I have it, I'm gonna go ahead and use it. And then I have some succulent and cactus mix on the ground. And I'm going to do a nice blend of those. It's going to be mostly the potting soil and the succulent mix. But I will leave the portions that I use in the blog post, and the link to that will be down below. I have a little bit of the charcoal and the potting soil in here now, a little bit of the orchid bark, and here's the succulent and cactus mix. And this is going to make a nice rich mix, but it's going to drain really, really well to all this good stuff in here. This String of Hearts is going to be very happy. And because this is so nice and fibrous, and that's what they really like, I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there, then get this out of the pot and see how it's going to fit. And to get something out of a pot, you can just kind of squeeze it. This might fall apart because I don't know how well rooted the tubers are. And there are those tubers there. That's how this plant grows. And you can also see it in the post and the video. I'm going to leave the link to that down below just in case you haven't seen it. And this just comes right apart. And this, I propagated these tubers in straight succulent and cactus mix. So I'm going to put this a little bit toward the front of the pot, and there's no need to loosen the roots all that much because there's not a ton of roots formed. Get these trails. That's the reason why I took the plant out, because it was getting a bit too much sun, and also because the trails were so tangled. I may actually cut this one again once I get it in the house to kind of straighten it out. Oh, by the way, if you like this Plants Make Me Smile t-shirt, it is sold on our website. is offered in other colors too. There's a few more designs on there. Just go to joyousgarden.com. You'll see the shop page, and then on the shop page you'll see t-shirts. So I like this one because plants do make me smile. Okay, now these are the cuttings, and I'm just, or the ones that were started as cuttings. Most of them in water because I had better root in water. Oops. Here, see, and this one, even though it was just a cutting, has already formed a tuber. And that's what they do. That's how they grow and spread and do their thing. And the tubers also store all the nutrients for them. And let's see if you can see this. This one is already flowering. Actually, I'm going to go close up so I can show you that. So now I'm going to make a little mix of these things, and then I'm just going to fill in around the plant. Okay, so what I have here is just a handful of a good local organic compost, and I'm just going to go ahead and mix it a little bit through. I use worm compost and compost on my indoor plants, both organic, but in great moderation because too much can be too strong for a plant indoors. So just a little bit to sweeten it up. And now I'm going to go fill in. I have this all mixed up here, the 4 different components. Just going to go in and put it around here. And this, even though it's a hanging pot, I probably will eventually hang it, but I'm going to put it on the edge of a bookcase. So that's why I'm doing all the trails to the front. And if I can, I'll straighten them out to the side. I have a feeling I'm going to end up cutting this plant back again, or not this plant. I cut the other one all the way back, but cut it back, and then once it gets into place, hopefully it won't get tangled. But boy, between my move from Santa Barbara with it in the car all that way, and then the wind here because it was growing outside, the old string of pearls was so tangled up. String of pearls, I'm sorry. I did a string of pearls propagation video yesterday. String of hearts. Oh dear. All these strings. Okay, so just a little bit more and that's all set. Okay, here it is. I do need to straighten this out and make it look better, but I'm not going to do it now because the clouds be a-formin'. And see, there's the flower. Even though it's only been 2 months since the foliage emerged from those tubers, it's already flowering. Sweet as can be. Oops, here's another one here too. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. There we go. They're kind of funny, but unusual for sure. So if you read the post about propagating a string of hearts, you read that cutting it all the way back and doing it by tubers is my preferred method because you get all this nice, fresh, gorgeous new growth emerging. So now I'm going to give it a good watering because I don't want it to go dry for too long, and then the water will drain all the way through, and then I'm going to put it in my garage to settle in before I bring it in the house because I'm going away for a couple days, so I think I'll just leave it in the garage because that's where it really did well and it really propagated. So it seems to like that happy spot. And again, I will leave more information about the mix I use because that's mainly what this video is all about. I will leave that in the post along with links to where you can find those materials online in case you can't find them locally where you live. So it's the continuing saga of me and my string of hearts. It's about a month later and it is growing back, but it's all tangled up again. It's rooted in beautifully since the transplant. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut it back again, and then I'm going to put it in its permanent place so that it doesn't get all tangled. Haha, I think this plant is just one that gets tangled. It did for me before anyway, but the good news is you can cut it back and rejuvenate it even if it tangles. So I wanted to wrap this video up by actually pruning it again, because it has some nice new growth, but it's just all tangled again. And the cuttings back here, some of them did not make it, but they do have new growth coming off of it. So that's good. So I'm just going to cut it one more time, and it'll probably tangle up again. And then I can call it a day on that. I'm going to just try to do it this way and then untangle them so they're at sort of different lengths. And these, I'm not going to save the trails because I'm not going to propagate them. That's enough of that, huh? So anyway, just going to finish cutting these with my handy dandy floral nips, which I love for this kind of a job. They are great for fine work. And this one I'll cut down here, and these I should be, see. And that peels away that. I'll do that one a little bit longer, and that just gets these a little bit more untangled. And what it's also going to do is it's going to force out some nice new growth coming out from here. Oops, here's a dead stem too I'm going to take out. So I'm just going to finish up this side here. Okay, so here's the string of hearts all pruned up here. As you can see, I didn't do even. I kind of graduated it a little bit. I'm going to try not to move it too much. Going to get some more of that nice growth coming out. Oops. I missed a dead thing. So there you have it. And then these are all the clippings that I'm going to get rid of, just because I've got one of these plants and that's enough. This plant just looks so small on the table. It's like, oh. I've done I'm going to do a blog post to go along with this video, so you can check that. I've also done a care video about string of hearts and the one about propagating, because this one, as you know, I propagated from the tubers. And there's a repotting category on our website, so if you're interested in repotting of other plants, just go to joyousgarden.com, click on categories, and you'll see repotting along with houseplants. So I hope you have found this video to be helpful, and I thank you for all your likes and your subscribes. I really appreciate them. I have a lot more videos coming your way, so please come back for that. And now let's get out in our gardens or into our indoor gardens and make our worlds a more beautiful place. As always, I thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.